Hello, my name is Jessica Baca, working in the Public Works Department for the CIP Project Manager role. Today I'm presenting to City Council the additional project contingency and budget appropriation transfer for the Mandalay Bay and Edison Canal rehab projects. Recommendation is that the City Council approves and authorizes an increase of $350,000 in project contingency funds from $660,000 to $1,010,000 for the use in the Mandalay Bay and Edison Canal Bridge Rehabilitation Project number C1306 and C1307, and extend the completion date to September 30th, 2024. Secondly, a budget appropriation transfer in the amount of $350,000 from fiscal year 2023 through 2024, available budget in the General Fund 101 Public Works Operating Budget to the Mandalay Bay and Edison Canal Bridge Rehabilitation Projects C1306 and C1307. This item did not originate in committee, as this is a capital improvement project specifically listed in the capital improvement program budget, which was previously approved by City Council. So now we'd like to take a moment and walk you through some before and afters of the two different bridges and work underneath the Edison Canal Bridge. So first off, we have the Mandalay Bay Bridge, the before image. And here you can see quite a difference with the Mandalay Bay after bridge. Again, here's looking at the Edison Canal Bridge before, and now the Edison Canal Bridge after. And here is the Edison Canal Bridge underneath in the water before, and the Edison Canal Bridge underneath the bridge in the water after. The background: Mandalay Bay and the Edison Canal Bridge are located on Channel Islands Boulevard between Harvard Boulevard and Victoria Avenue and are approximately 900 feet apart. Caltrans operates a federally mandated bridge inspection program under Title 23 of the United States Code. Following the Caltrans biennial inspection, the bridges were determined to be in need of refurbishment and rehabilitation repairs. While the scope of the work for these two bridges is similar, Caltrans identifies, inspects, and provides funding for each bridge separately. In effort to provide more efficient permitting, design, and construction, a single construction contract was awarded for both bridges. On December 20th, 2022, the City Council approved an agreement for construction with GMZ Engineering, Inc. in the amount of not to exceed of $4,407,468 for the projects, with a contingency amount of $660,000, for a total contract value not to exceed of $5,067,468 for the projects. The Capital Improvement Program CIP reference is project number C1306 and C1307, the Mandalay Bay and Edison Canal Bridge Rehab Construction Phase PW18-61-CIP 2022-2027, adopted May 3rd, 2022. The discussion is that both the Mandalay Bay and Edison Canal bridges are complex projects and require methods and materials outside the scope typically encountered with city capital construction projects. The projects also have several out-of-site and/or covered areas that were included in the improvements. Examples are footing underneath the water, irregularities in the seafloor for the cofferdam, extended equipment charges for work under the water from delays, which all of this could not easily be defined with some of the initial testing and inspections that occurred during the design phase. And as a result, several changes have been made during the construction. The project is scheduled to be completed soon, but staff are still managing change orders resulting from unforeseen circumstances and/or design changes needed to address specific situational changes that were not identified as part of the original design. 6 change orders have been processed to date, addressing items such as the need for additional spot blasting and painting and treatment of more than expected exposed reinforcement and other related unforeseen work. The original amount allocated for construction contingencies will be insufficient to complete the project. Therefore, staff requests additional contingency to cover the anticipated extra expenses to close the project successfully. Financial impacts. The total cost for the additional contingency for these projects is $350,000, which will bring the total value for both projects from $5,067,468 to $5,417,468 with GMV Engineering Inc. To fully fund these projects, additional funds in the amount of $350,000 are recommended as a budget appropriation transfer from the General Fund 101 to the Edison Canal Bridge and Mandalay Bridge projects C1306 and C1307. The transfer will come from an anticipated general fund salary and or operating savings in the Public Works Department through June 30th, 2024. While the two bridges qualify for Federal Highway Bridge Program grant funding, the program is oversubscribed with more projects than available funding. Staff will reach out to Caltrans to determine if additional grant funding is available and if Caltrans will approve contingency over the maximum of 10% for each bridge project. Thank you. If you have any questions, please let us know. Have a great day.